Hello, this is Fame Harper. My friends at allfreecrochet.com asked me to show you how to make a flower magnet. This is the first in my series of Fame's Fantasy Flowers. This is flower number 1 and has 18 petals. For this project you need 2 balls of scrap yarn, a crochet hook, and a yarn needle. And also a magnet that you can either buy at your craft store or repurpose from something else. Don't feel like you have to stick to regular flower colors. Flowers really do come in a lot more colors than most people realize, and these are fantasy flowers, so feel free. For this I'm using a size G hook, or 4 millimeters, and the hook size is not that critical. You can go a little bigger or a little smaller, and try to find something that goes well with your yarn. This is cotton yarn. The other one was acrylic. Use what you have. Start with the color you want in the center of your flower. Make a slip knot, put it on your hook, and chain 5. Sound familiar? A lot of projects start with this. And then you're going to go into that first chain, do a slip stitch. Now you're going to do 2 single crochets in each of those 5. So you'll end up with 10 altogether. Single crochet 1, 2, 3, just go all the way around. After you've done 10 stitches, do 1 more and just pull it all the way through in a slip stitch. Grab your end, pull that through, and cut off your end. Now we're going to add the color for the petal, so here's the end. Go ahead and go in the very next stitch. Pull up the new color, chain 1, go through the next stitch, pull up the new color, single crochet, and what I'm going to do is go all the way around the yellow one time, and if you need to add a couple of increases, that's doing 2 single crochets in each stitch, do that so it lays flat. So go all the way around once. Once you're all the way around, go ahead and pull that through in a slip stitch and chain 1. Alright, it should look like this. Then we're going to go ahead, I chained 1, I'm going to chain 10 altogether, so we'll count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like a fried egg. Once you've done 10 chains, find where it started in that same hole right there. You're just going to do a slip stitch and then chain 1. So that's your first petal. Then you're going to go over to the next single crochet, do a slip stitch, and now you're ready to make a new petal by chaining 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go back to where it originated, go through that same hole, and do a slip stitch. Chain 1, and that's what you do for every stitch around. Now my first one had 18, but this may vary a little depending on how many increases you did. So if yours has 17 or 19, it's no big deal. Just keep going. Now remember, every time you chain 10 to make 1 petal, you go back where it started and finish it off with a slip stitch. Then you chain 1, then you do a slip stitch in the next opening, and you're good to go again with your next 10 chain. Don't forget to keep moving over, don't make a bunch in one spot. It's looking very flowery. Now this time I only fit 15 around and it looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and end it by pulling a little bit of the end through in a slip stitch, and then one more time to secure it, then cut that part off and pull your end through. It's windy. Take your yarn needle and finish all your ends in. Make sure, because these are light colors, that you put the white ends in the white part and the yellow ends in the yellow part so they don't show through later. There you have your flower, and you can use these for all kinds of things. Today I'm using it for a magnet, but it would look pretty on a hat or a package. And go make a whole bunch. Use your scrap yarns up, and I'm sure you can find all kinds of uses for them. Once you finish your flower, put some hefty glue on the magnet and glue it to the back and dry it under a weight. I'm using jewel glue. Make sure it's something that holds on to yarn and metal. And then, when it's dry, you'll have your magnet. Glue your magnet down in the center, and then I like to set something heavy on it to let it dry, and come back when it's dry. You'll have your magnet. Have fun making your flowers. See you later. Toodles!